close is he to a title shot in sharing the ring with Bud Crawford?
I don't know. But Virgil, he's right there. He's right there. He's been proven that he belongs with the top fighters in the division. And, who knows? A couple of fights or next fight or whatever the case may be, he might be sharing the ring with Terence Crawford. You never know.
He just beat Canelo, the face of boxing. So that makes Canelo, that makes Crawford the face of boxing at the moment. And he earned the right to fight whoever he want to fight.
If you come to 154, is there a chance? Was that the conversation you had?
Basically, I just said, hey, are you going to defend it? And he said, no, that's my last fight after Canelo. I'm like, okay.
When a young lion dares to call out the king, the whole boxing world watches. Virgil Ortiz says he can beat Terence Crawford even in his prime. But can confidence conquer greatness? This clash could change boxing forever. Stay tuned. This is Boxing Era, where legends are tested and stars are born. Terence Crawford reacts to Virgil Ortiz's callout with full respect. He admits Ortiz is a strong and skilled fighter who's proving himself fast. Crawford praises the young star's growth and says he definitely has the talent to fight at the top level. When asked about facing Ortiz in the future, Crawford smiles and simply says, "Let's see what happens." His calm response shows experience. He's not afraid of anyone. But he knows timing is everything in boxing.
What's your message now to Terence Crawford?
I'm here whenever. I'm ready to fight whenever. I'm here to fight anybody. I don't care if it's Crawford, Spence,
Virgil Ortiz boldly calls out Terence Crawford, saying he wants to test himself against the best. He explains that facing champions like Crawford is what drives him to keep improving and pushing harder. Ortiz, now stronger and more confident at 154 pounds, says he's ready for the big names and big fights. He makes it clear he's not just here to take part. He's here to dominate.
Look, I'm here to fight the best. I don't care who it is. It can be Oops next, it can be Spence next, it could be Crawford next, if he's still willing to do it. That's a fight that I've been calling for a while. I think that's a great fight to happen still. We're just gonna keep doing what I do best.
Ortiz speaks with pure confidence, claiming that even if Crawford was still in his prime, he could beat him. He says he studies every move Crawford makes and respects everything he's achieved. But he believes in his own power, timing, and speed. Ortiz adds that his confidence isn't arrogance. It's the result of years of hard work and discipline since moving up in weight. Many fans call his statement bold. Because Crawford has ruled multiple weight divisions and is ranked among the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. But Ortiz doesn't see him as unbeatable. He believes he can find the openings others missed. His words immediately set the boxing world on fire. Fans and experts started debating if the young lion could really challenge a proven legend like Crawford.
5 fighters that you would like to fight coming up.
So we got Timzu, we got Crawford, Spence, or I guess you can say the winner of Spence or Fundora. Charlo's is a good one. Who else we got at 54?
You want to fight Terence Crawford right now?
I would love to fight him, man. I think he's like probably the #1 pound for pound fighter right now.
Do you think he's out of his peak?
No.
Or is he in his peak now?
I think he's in his peak.
And you're saying you could beat a peak prime Terence Crawford?
I'm saying I believe that I can.
I respect it 100%.
I believe that I can. No, I respect him as a fighter, though. That's the thing. When I want to fight people, it doesn't mean that, I don't like you. Like, let's get it on. It's more like I respect your skills and I want to see if I can beat you.
After Ortiz defeated Israel Madrimov, fans began comparing that performance with Crawford's fight against the same opponent. Crawford didn't stay silent. He addressed the comparisons directly. He said Ortiz fought well, but didn't look dominant. Crawford added that Madrimov didn't seem as sharp or in shape as he was when Crawford fought him. To Crawford, that fight didn't prove much. His tone was calm, but his message was clear. I'm still on another level. Fans understood, while Ortiz is good. Crawford's fight IQ and skill still make him elite.
But he just, he was more prepared for my fight. If you watch him, he was winning the fight, and he gassed out.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
He gassed out, and he said from I don't know what type of sickness he had.
So condition-wise, he wasn't as prepared.
Yeah, that he had to pull out the first fight and come back. I don't know, but Virgil did good. He put a lot of pressure on him, and fought a good fight. But you could tell that he didn't leave unscarred.
Unscathed.
When you look at the faces of both fighters, you would have thought Virgil lost.
Oh, okay.
He did hurt his hand. His knuckle was broken. I don't know if you've seen him like the last couple of Virgil Ortiz. Yeah, he had a broke hand, but he said he didn't know anyway. He didn't feel it throughout the fight.
It was a good fight. I thought Madrimov was doing too much moving.
Right.
In the beginning rounds, which that was getting him the rounds in the bank, but at the same time, he was exerting too much energy.
How do you feel about when people say, because Eddie Hearn said it, a few people were saying it, that you moved up to 154 and you didn't have the success that you had in all these times. So they're thinking it's because of the weight, when I'm saying it's the style. Madrimov wasn't trying to commit as much, and you hurt him, he never hurt you.
Right.
So how do you feel about everybody saying that?
Well, I laugh. I won the fight. They making it seem like I lost.
Well, Eddie was like, no, I think that night in August, he was like, no, I don't know about that. Eddie was, I believe Eddie was saying that.
Eddie was complaining about the scorecards. Nobody said, man.
Eddie was saying that it was closer than that, and maybe Madrimov could have won. He was saying, I think he will. I think he will.
He's trying to get you out of Eddie.
No, I'm not.
Crawford already has his next big move ready. He's set to face Carlos Adames on March 28th in Omaha, stepping into the 160-pound division for the first time. Crawford says he plans to stay there for a few fights and try to become a 3-division undisputed world champion. Adames is known for his strength and durability, making this a true test for Crawford. But fans are asking one big question. Will he ever come back down to 154 to fight Virgil Ortiz or Jaron Boots Ennis? For now, Crawford's eyes are locked on middleweight glory. Analysts believe if he wins again, he'll take his legacy to legendary status, possibly one of the greatest boxers of all time.
Terence Crawford in their sights because they all understand that Terence Crawford can drop down to middleweight after defeating Canelo in September and becoming the undisputed super middleweight. Terence Crawford can now drop down to middleweight, 160, right? And become undisputed at 160 with 1 to 2 fights. 2 fights max, right? He'll be 39 years old in September. 2 fights, Terence Crawford can become undisputed, max, at 160. He can fight Carlos Adames in March. And then he can fight the winner of Lara versus Janibek in the summertime, August, right? And this gives Terence Crawford the history he needs to 1000% cement himself as, in my opinion, it's all opinionated, but this just cements Terence Crawford as top 5 greatest boxers in history, in my opinion. It cements him as top 5 greatest boxers in history because this will make Terence Crawford a 6-division champion and 4-division undisputed champion. That's what that makes Terence Crawford. That's historic. That's absolutely historic. And if Terence Crawford can pull that off, becoming a 6-division champion and a 4-division undisputed champion, that's massive, right? In my opinion, those accomplishments in the fashion that Terence Crawford wins these fights, he's not just winning. When he beat Errol Spence for undisputed, he dominated and stopped Errol Spence in a manner not many people saw coming. When he fought Canelo Alvarez, he did exactly what I thought he was going to do, dominate that fight, make it look easy.
For a long time, rumors claimed Ortiz had turned down offers to fight Crawford, but Ortiz finally cleared the air. In a strong interview, he said those rumors were completely false. He never got an official offer, and if he had, he would have accepted it right away. Ortiz said it was frustrating that people believed those fake stories. He explained he has full respect for Crawford and sees that fight as a dream opportunity, not something to avoid. He reminded fans that timing and proper arrangements matter in boxing, but his hunger to face Crawford has always been real. His words restored faith among fans who thought he ducked the fight.
A lot of people wanted to see that fight, you against Terence Crawford. You know, when you was at welterweight, and obviously you couldn't stay at that weight class. But then he moved up. Was there ever a point where the Terence Crawford fight was a reality, like a real offer, like real negotiations going back and forth, or was it never that close?
It was never that close, man. So, you know, I know a lot of people say that the WBO president said that we turned down the fight. I never got an offer. I wouldn't have said no. I would not have. I wanted that fight so bad. I mean, I'm not the type of person to say, oh, I want to fight this guy and keep pushing it and then get the opportunity and say no. There are fighters like that. I'm not like that.
Yeah,
you know,
we believe that.
I would have said yes.
Believe that.
But
what about your trainer, Robert? Have you ever had a conversation with him about the Terence Crawford fight?
More with my dad.
Okay.
More with my dad. You know, there were some days where he'll be like, you beat him if you fight like this, or if you fight like this, you don't beat him. So,
really? Your father really said
he would tell me. No, he tells me the truth.
Yeah.
He tells me the truth. If you fight him like this, you beat him. Other days, you're not gonna beat him like this.
You know, you might not remember, but when we had our show, I believe it was called Sweet Scientist at the time with The Zone, and we had you on, and you were one of our first guests, and I asked you about Crawford, and you was like, nah, not yet. I'm not ready for him. You know, that was humble. No one really speaks like that. Now, you was ready for him maybe about 6 months later, but still you were humble enough to say that. Do you remember that?
I don't.
You know,
no, I don't.
Hell no, you can't. You got hit with a few punches.
Pro Jaron Boots Ennis. Another dangerous name at 154 has also shown interest in fighting Crawford. He admitted that after Crawford's huge win over Canelo Alvarez, Crawford became the face of boxing, and now it's up to him to choose what's next. Ennis respects Crawford's achievements, but said clearly that he's ready whenever Crawford is. After Ortiz's latest win, Ennis entered the ring. The two shared words, not in anger, but in mutual respect and challenge. That short face-off lit up the boxing world with excitement. Fans could already imagine the mega fight, Ortiz versus Ennis, a possible blockbuster in 2026. Both men know they're rising stars. Both understand that these fights are what the fans truly want.
And I think this is one of the best like American fights that can be made.
For sure.
And with all due respect to everyone else around the world, I think it has to be in America.
For sure.
Right?
Gotta be. It gotta be. I feel like you gotta do this one in the States because everybody wanna see it. Everybody go. I think it's a pay-per-view fight, you know, and I think everybody will pay to see it, or everybody will come out to come see it wherever it's at, whether it's in Vegas, you know, Madison Square Garden, wherever it's at.
What's your obviously you'd love it in Philly, but I don't think it'll be Philly, right?
No, absolutely.
Okay,
it's not gonna be in Philly, yeah.
So where is the ideal spot for it? What deserves to host this fight? Which venue in your opinion?
To me, either anywhere in Vegas, so like the T-Mobile Arena,
yeah,
or maybe or go old school MGM.
Oh man, I love the MGM.
Or we can go Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
I think Madison Square Garden would be crazy as well. You know, that'd be, you know, historic as well. So either one.
There aren't enough big fights at the big MSG. No, I'm not talking about the theater.
No, I'm
Theater's
talking about
cool.
the big one.
Yes,
I'm talking about the big one. That's why I say I always wanted to fight at MSG anyway. So, you know, I like how it looks in there. It's real. It's really
incredible.
nice. You know, when they have fights and stuff in there. So for me, it would be either the T-Mobile Arena or take it back. We can go old MGM, or we can do, you know, Madison Square Garden.
Do you think he would say yes to MSG because that's kind of a home game for you, right? That's so close to Philly.
I mean, I feel like he has a deep fan base, you know, and I feel like all his fans and stuff will come. If it was to be in New York, I feel like they all will come. You know, he got a good fan base. I got a good fan base. I feel like it'll make for a great fight. And who don't want to come to New York?
Oh my God. There was a time where MSG was holding all these big fights, hosting, and now I feel like, you know, every couple of years when we got Taylor Serrano. Prior to that, it was, you know, Brooklyn's cool and all, but we got to go back to the Mecca. The Mecca is the best. I would absolutely love that. In your perfect world as well, he fights November 8th.
Yep.
How soon could we get this fight? You obviously didn't get hurt in your fight, I would imagine, right? 72 seconds?
Yeah.
Unless something happened?
I mean, it depends on how his fight go. You know, if he's in a war, maybe we'll see. Maybe April, you know, March, April. You know, if not, if he make quick work of it, who knows? We could be back in there sooner. You know, so it's all for real. It's all up to how him right now, because he the one that has a fight. You know, hopefully he doesn't get no cuts, no broken, you know, hands or anything, or anything hurt on him. So it's dependent on him at the moment.
The other two options, of course, Sebastian Fundora and I think Xander Zayas. Yeah. What I'm hearing is there is some interest from MSG to have you versus Xander Zayas at MSG. Are you hearing this as well?
I'm with whatever. That's what I can't wait.
You want all these guys? I like these options for you.
I'm really about to show y'all. Like, I'm about to run through these guys. I'm about to run through these guys and show y'all one by one. Like, this 154 really mine, and I'm gonna shut everybody up. I can't wait. I hear the little chatters and all the little talks.
What do you hear? What's bothering you? What are people saying?
It's just little
They're
things.
questioning you?
Yeah, they questioning, and it's cool, you know, and I love it. You know, they're not doing nothing but like adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
And it's gonna make it worse each and every time for whoever's stepping in the ring with me.
Seeing what Terence did not that long ago, did that give you motivation? Because it feels like for the longest time, people were questioning him, doubting him. He wasn't getting the big opportunities, the big fights. Do you see yourself in his journey a little bit as well?
I mean,